But we are each going to give our Usher set list. And I'm going to let CJ start because CJ has been planning for this his entire life. Is that right?
Since 2013, I was like, okay, we got to get Usher to do a Super Bowl.
He's the right person for this
He's
job.
good enough to do a Super Bowl. And so for me, we throw it up here and take a look. We're going to start with My Way. I would imagine Usher, all the sparkles or whatever of a Vegas performer up high. I don't know if he's being lowered from like a stage or some type of crane or something like that. Rihanna has done this. I think Lady Gaga got up into the air. I think Usher starts with My Way to let you know the Super Bowl is going to be my way. We're going to do it my way. Way to start it off. And then you go with, you remind me, classic song, get a lot of movement, a lot of dancing. A lot of people know this song and are now starting to sing along. You go straight from that movement song to Bad Girl. I need a bad girl. Like getting some more dancing going on. And we slow it down just for a little bit to No Limit. We just do the chorus. Make them say, No Limit. Got that Master P, No Limit. Give you that Ghetto D, No Limit. I see Murder, No Limit. All the No Limit references. And then we repeat No Limit, No Limit, No Limit. Until the No Limit soldiers come on stage for Make Them Say, all of them. Master P, Fiend, Silk the Shocker, Mia X, Mystical. All of them on stage. So this first bit is quick. It's quick, minute, maybe 45 seconds for each of these songs. We're going to get the whole version of Make Them Say, right here. Master P, No Limit Soldiers, getting it in. There'll be a tank on the field, a golden platinum tank. Are you ready for this? I got a tank tattoo in part because I love me some No Limit. Oh, man. So there's a tank tattoo there. Then we bring it all back. You don't have to call. Keep the energy high. Yeah. And we got reports, JB. I don't know if you know this or not.
Okay.
We got reports. Stripper poles are coming out.
Oh, wow.
So this is the stripper pole portion of the show.
Okay.
Right after, we got Hey Daddy. We're going to lead you into some seduction. I picked Good Kisser on there because I think you can do some of the chorus from Good Kisser on there and incorporate the poles. Then we got to make it wholesome and get Superstar to let the fans know that Usher is your groupie. You guys are Usher's superstar. And then we end nice and slow. We ended nice and slow. That's my set list right there.
Okay.
That was theatrical. You're like the Michael Bay of picking these songs for Usher's set list.
Listen, I've been thinking about it for a minute, JB.
The most predictable thing in the world is CJ including none of the guaranteed mainstream hits that Usher will 100%. There are songs that will 100% be played during the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah.
Well that's
maybe yeah. Maybe yeah.
Wow,
the other ones aren't that good.
They call it for a reason.
You guys like the OMGs. You guys like what's the other one?
The tonight. The
that
DJ's
one.
got us
DJ's
falling
got us
in
falling in
love
love
again.
again.
I'm not going to give away my number one DJ
Okay,
Usher
well,
song,
first of all,
I don't think any of those get done.
The reason why you invite an artist of Usher's caliber is that he's got R&B hits.
Yes.
He's got hip-hop, urban pop hits. He's got pop hits, but you go to an upper echelon, he's got cruise ship music. He is stadium status Usher. There's no other male celebrity that has that. It's just this thing. He sings, he dances, he does it all. I'm a big Usher fan. That's why I've returned from my dormancy of the Super Bowl halftime show.
And I will let you go second.
I'm trying to figure out, because somebody in No Limit might not make it. Is Mystical in jail?
Mystical, I think, is not doing great. Also, I've inquired about Mia X, and I love Mia X, and so all love to Mia X. We'll just keep Mia X in your heart. Yeah, in your heart.
Mystical faces life in prison. Was the last update. Indicted for rape. So
yeah, he's always going in and out.
Unfortunately for your set list, I think that might.
We can just cut a couple verses.
His trial was delayed. He remained in jail without bail as of last April. Thanks for taking him off the graphic, Jacob. Yes, you do. This is the national football. I don't know if you've seen. I saw one of Taylor Swift's fans yesterday. The funniest take I've seen yet. One of her fans, after Travis Kelce was like nice enough not to put too much of their personal business out, she goes, "Wow, why does it seem like all these football players are just such good guys?" And I was like, well, let me tell you a little bit about the National Football League. I think we could dig deep enough, and we could.
Don't have to dig that far.
No,
come around on that one.
It's a spoon scoop shallow.
All right, well, let's get your Usher set list,
Please,
JB,
I'm
as the guest. This is what you came up with.
Oh, yeah. So there's a little bit of overlap, of course, because they're just iconic hits. But
Yes.
I'm extremely excited. I thought that Superstar might be a bit of an oddball choice, and I had some that I just couldn't fit in there. I thought maybe we're too deep into the Usher playbook.
Yes.
However, I think Superstar is a good place to start to just kind of give people just a little taste of what Usher can do when he really gets in his bag. And that fanfare at the beginning samples Willie Hutchins. I think it's the Mac or the Superfly. I'm not sure. But we'll get into the Superstar. The Superstar's got that beautiful fanfare at the beginning. And you remind me. I mean, a great, solid hit from my childhood. Caught Up. You got to get that. Caught Up there's always really a great opportunity during events like this for a marching band to get involved.
Oh.
And I think that's a great opportunity.
Oh.
It's got a percussive.
Okay.
Got a percussive kind of thing.
Okay.
My Way, as you mentioned, CJ, he's got to take it back a little bit.
Yep.
Remind people, I mean, you may not have been an Usher fan as far back as I was when I was a little kid, dancing in the mirror. I had my little Tommy Hilfiger, little beanie on. I was doing my thing with that. But after My Way, my boo, because you got to have a guest, right?
Yes.
Alicia Keys
You're
should be the
bringing
first
her.
guest.
You're
Here's-
bringing Alicia.
Here's the thing, and we talked about the guest thing. Like the guests aren't usually the featured.
Yeah, but it's fun
on
to
songs.
dream.
All right.
And
Alicia
I would
Keys
love
deserves this
Alicia
opportunity.
Keys to come out at a Super Bowl halftime show.
She deserves
Yes.
this opportunity. She's stadium status too. So, my boo, you don't have to call another great one. I mean, Puff Daddy. You think Puff Daddy might slide through?
He dropped an album, and I do think that there is connectivity between people who have recent projects within the last year and making appearances at Super Bowls.
Pharrell did the beat. Pharrell. Get
Okay.
Pharrell out there. Maybe. It could be good. He wear a really big hat, I bet. Confessions Part 2. Confessions Part 2, I'll be honest with you, as an Usher fan, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. I mean, it's a huge one for him, but not my favorite. But he's got to do it. I think it's obligatory.
I think it's another one of the 100%.
Oh, my God. He has to do OMG. He has to do
does.
OMG.
Yes, he does. And all of you who are hating OMG are going to be so disappointed when he absolutely does OMG.
OMG is one of my favorite Usher songs. It really stretched my capacity as a music fan to enjoy that cruise ship pop, that music, that fist pump pop,
Okay.
that beachside, that summer music festival. You got to have OMG, and will.i.am's got to come
Yep.
out and do something will.i.am-ish. I don't know
Okay.
what he has in his bag. The DJ's got us falling in love just to keep that pop energy going, and you know you got to bring Pitbull out.
Most likely.
Dale. All right, cool. So we're moving on. Love in This Club. It's a little raunchy, but we can
I think there's space for it. I
We
think
can-
there's space for it. I have it on my notes.
we can teeter on the edge now. I was having a hard time between this one and Love in This Club Part 2, which features Beyonce, who's, on fire right now. Two people are having a huge year right now. It's Usher and Beyonce and possibly Keke Palmer. I mean,
It's true.
why would she not come out and support her man? I mean, not her man.
No.
Jay-Z's her man, but her contemporary.
Yes.
A lot of people are having a conversation about who's the male Beyonce. I mean, I'll leave that where it is.
Yes.
Now, Nice and Slow, again, it's a little risque. But it's one of his signature songs. I remember my first time out was singing this song.
Okay.
And the second one was that song that goes, put my hand up on my hip and I dip, you dip, we dip. Yeah. So I went to timeout twice in the same day for music. So I don't think I'll ever get an opportunity to hear that other song on the Super Bowl. So this one must make it. You Make Me Wanna, another incredible song from his early period. I think he's just gonna give you a little bit of early, just to remind you who he is and where he came from, and just so he can remind himself, from the humble beginnings all the way to this huge moment in his career. Selfishly, I wish. You might not realize this, but there's a Lil Jon and the East Side Boys remix of You Make Me Wanna, and it uses the beat that's similar to Lay It Down by A-Ball MJG, which is a really popular song among the Atlanta crowd. Of course, they're from Memphis. That song samples Love Unlimited's, it's a Barry White produced record called Move Me No Mountain. That's what it's called. It's a great track. But of course, you got to end it with the Piece de Resistance, his magnum opus. The song I remember really changed the tide of his career. Usher went from a boy to a man overnight with this song.
Yes.
A hit maker. The accelerated reader dance of my 6th grade, I made sure that I left it all on the floor to this song. And I had read enough books to get all the AR points to be admitted to the dance.
Yes.
And, if there's one last thing I can say about this song, I remember the very first time I heard it. I mean, I remember the very first time I heard it, and it was at a similar event as this, but earlier in Usher's career, so earlier in his stature. It was the pre-show for an NBA All-Star game. Was the time that I remember him debuting, Yeah, featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris, and I thought, this stinks. Usher's done. You know, he hadn't had a big hit yet. He hadn't had a huge crossover hit yet. And the more I heard that song, the bigger it got. And I'm a DJ. I try not to leave any situation without playing certain songs. It's Back That Thing Up. There's this song. And there's This Is How We Do It. I mean, it's up there. And there are probably kids who know this better than know, Jesus Loved Me, This I Know, or Mary Had a Little Lamb, or Itsy Bitsy Spider. It is
Notorious nursery rhyme.
The song. You got to end on that. And you got to say, take that and rewind it back.
There's other things they have to say, but I'll get to that within mine. I think the hardest thing was picking what song he ends with. Yeah is a legitimate option. I give you props for putting it at the end there.
Thank you. I'm ready for yours.
Got me excited. Okay.
I'm over his. I'm ready for
Here's
ours.
the
just
thing.
meeting
Yeah, I think ours could be like a nice collaboration. CJ, you went the direction, and I understand because Usher has lifers. And lifers are not going to be satisfied with a Super Bowl halftime show that does not include his R&B stuff. I do not think Usher goes just hits because I think he respects he understands how to do it. He's done his residency. He's not going to want to draw directly from his residency, though, because he wants to do something bigger, something better. Yeah. And these are the things we know. He has said.
Okay, let's go to the facts.
It will leave us shocked.
Oh, wow.
And it has reported that there will be stripper poles. So, with those two things in mind, here is my set list.
All right.
CJ, you started with him up high. I am starting with him on the ground in a car. And he rolls in and he goes, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my silence. Beyonce has made the silence thing. Crowd answers, and they're all staged. There are little people on the ground who come out and are there for the Super Bowl show. And then he goes, cruising the streets, boom, lights, pew, 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 pew. Then he's going to go, yo, I ain't seen you in a minute. Go straight into, you remind me.
Oh,
straight
wow.
into, you remind me. He's going to run with that for a little bit because it's too good of a song not to give us a full, nice taste of it. And then we're going to have another transition. I am considering this an Usher mega mix. So you're going to get a lot of transitions. And within this transition, you're going to go into My Way. And it's going to be, she keeps running back to see me do it my way, my way. What I say goes, and I'm in control. Similar to what CJ was saying, he's setting the stage. This is my Super Bowl halftime show. We are doing it my way, and then he's going to go, watch me, go straight into Confessions Part 2, which I think is a 100% play. They used it for all of the reveals that this was going to be. They brought in Deion Sanders. They brought in Kim Kardashian. It was all of them doing Confessions Part 2, the music video, all of that. Then we're going to go into Caught Up. Okay. I think Caught Up is another crowd pleaser that he can go with.
It's safe.
It's a safe choice.
It's like you could do it on the Ellen show.
No one's going to be like, oh, I hate that Usher played Caught Up.
No. It's a good
Thank you.
warm up.
Then we're going to get to Yeah in the middle of the set.
Okay.
And this is where I bring in my first guest appearance because like CJ said, we were talking how usually it's not the featured artists on songs like in real life who come out and are the guest performers. And there's a little known band named The Rolling Stones who came back this year, have their first album in forever. They're going back on tour. And you're going to get Keith Richards on the guitar. You're going to get Mick Jagger on the harmonica. And at one point, it's going to be Usher, Keith Richards, and Mick Jagger all going into the microphone at the same time saying that they want a lady in the streets but a freak in the bed. And that is going to be your moment of the Super Bowl. These old men and Usher having their Yeah moment. So we get through Yeah. Yeah is one of the most important ones. Stripper poles.
Okay.
Interlude. Transition. Shawty, I don't mind if you dance on that pole. That don't make you a hoe. Dun, 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 dun. Loving this club. Loving this club. Like you said, CJ, they had all the stripper poles in the music video. You go into the full stripper pole action. And this is a stretch. But I'm having this feature share because I refuse to believe that there's going to be a Las Vegas Super Bowl halftime show without one of the icons of Las Vegas residencies joining Usher. So give me 77-year-old Cher on a stripper pole. And I think she would do it. I don't think she's afraid of it. And I think Keke Palmer could come out for this song as well. And maybe Sydney Sweeney, who did a music video with the Rolling Stones. So we're keeping this all connected. Thoughts so far?
I'm following.
Great.
You didn't get my thoughts.
I don't care about your thoughts.
I'm just saying, thank goodness the white people are here to save Usher. Thank God for white saviors. Thank you, Jessica.
You have
what
to
this
create
black
a
man
show.
needed is white
He
people to
doesn't
save
need
him.
anybody. He could do it all by himself, and he might do it all by himself.
He may
because
be
I
pregnant.
Think, that's right. Rihanna did reveal that she was pregnant the last
We
time
need surprises
around.
here.
That's correct. You need some surprises. You need something. All those old people who are like, I don't know an Usher song. Well, you're going to know Usher songs after the Super Bowl halftime show. Then we're going to get climax, just because I love this song, but I think you can use it as this is the climax of the show. Like, things are building. And so it's going to be the going nowhere.
I love it.
fast.
I love that
We've
song.
reached the climax.
Oh, I like how you
we're
sing it.
together, now we're undone.
Thursday night's
Won't
karaoke
commit,
night. Let's
so
do
we
it.
choose to run away. Nice little riff. Usher's going to show off here.
Did you know she could sing like this?
She doesn't sing well.
I don't. Riffs into everybody. Put your ladders in the sky. Everyone's gonna have glow sticks. We're gonna bring back glow sticks for this, and this is where Usher really hits the soul and gives a small little straight R&B, sexy Usher mode. We're gonna do "You Got It Bad," "Superstar," because I agree with you, it's a must play within an Usher set, and then "Let It Burn." And just when you're feeling relaxed, we hit DJ Pop Usher. Maybe Pitbull comes out, but
Maybe he has a pit bull.
Maybe he has an actual pit bull, because then you have the white saviors and a dog coming to do the Super Bowl halftime show. You're checking all the boxes. All the Taylor Swift fans are watching for the first time, and they're like, oh, look at this little dog running around during the Usher set, whatever it can be. And you're going to hear, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I did it again, so I'm gonna let the beat rock.
Yeah.
We get OMG. Maybe Justin Bieber comes out, but like he's been going through some health things, so I don't know if they'll bring their friendship to the Super Bowl. You go DJ Got Us Falling in Love, and you end with one of my favorite club dance hits, Without You. David Guetta and Usher. Without you, ah da da.
I was hoping you'd sing it.
Da,
Yeah.
da 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 da. Without you. And there's lights and there's fireworks and everyone's like, oh my God, this is the best halftime show that I've watched since Rihanna did it last year. And I think it is the ultimate crowd pleaser.
Wow.
And that is Usher's
You're
Super
out
Bowl
of breath.
halftime show.
And I love it. I love your energy. I hate your set list. You picked the most basic of basic
How can you
Usher
say
songs.
that?
CJ,
Because
if-
Without
I
You
make
is
sure-
so basic. OMG is so basic.
Because
Those songs aren't
you
good.
you have to hit the basic B's, but also you make sure that you give the nuggets of slow jam joy, and you make
right.
sure that Nice and Slow gets in there with a shout out to, like, you know, bringing it in. You get My Way in there. And this is funny because I was running through it with Chris, and he was like, I don't think My Way has to be on an Usher. And I was like, yes, it does. And I called my friend Jalen Sochek last night, and I said, friend who loves Usher more than anyone I know, does My Way have to be on a Super Bowl? And she goes, yeah, it'd be my top 5.
It's the
so
statement.
It has to be there.
It's the statement that he makes in the song. You can tell it really resonates with him because he re-released the album just recently, and he posts for the Throwback Thursday picture on the album cover. It's extremely cheesy, and he brought that chain back too. He brought that chain back. You can tell that era of his career really defines who he sees himself as a performer and as a person. CJ, if yours was Michael Bay, Jessica, I say yours is like Spielberg.
Oh, yes.
This is cinema.